Hello everyone, this is Meeta Kataria, your SS teacher, and today we are going to talk about the Class 7 History Chapter 1, Tracing Changes Through a Thousand Years. What we are going to discuss in this chapter, that is, already from the name you can see that we are going to talk about 1000 years in this one chapter only. Now, before I go for the chapter, I just revise that in 6th standard you all have studied in history about the farmers and herders, the hunter gatherers, and then the early cities, new kings and kingdoms, then the changes into the all political system. Now in this class especially class 7 history chapter, we are going to go ahead with where you left in the 6th standard, that is up to the time period of Harshvardhana, which was the last chapter of your class 6 history. Now after the death of Harshvardhana, there were the great changes into the political, economic, cultural and social aspects of India. So this period of Indian history, that is from 700 AD to 1750 AD, that is near about 1000 years, is called as the medieval period, and in this chapter we are going to discuss about what changes have come in this 1000 years. We will start with the comparison of maps. As you all can see that now we will start with the comparison of the maps. Maps are one of the most important sources that the historians use and tell about that what was the science of cartography in different time periods. As you all can see on the screen that there are two maps. This is map 1 and this is map 2. Now in the map 1, that is was made by an Arab geographer Al-Idrisi in the year 1154. This is the part of the map that was made by Al-Idrisi in the year 1154, where it is not exactly the similar map of India that we have right now, but you can see that in this map the changes were there. That is, the south was shown on the top and the north was shown at the bottom. This point you can see, this is the southern part of India and this is the island of the Sri Lanka. The second map was made 600 years after the making of this first map, which was made by a French cartographer in the year 1720, which is similar to the maps that we are using right now. That is, you can see showing the proper coastal lines of India. Then below that it is Sri Lanka, and the other parts of the country are also shown in a proper manner. The names were written of the different areas in French. Second was the map that was mainly used by the European companies and the travelers, those who came to India for the trading purpose and the other purposes. This way it shows that a considerable change have come place into the art of map making, that is the cartography. Now we will look into the new and old terminology. Most of the historians, they used the books like manuscripts, textual records, chronicles for getting the history. But then also it is very difficult for them to give the proper information, as the meaning of the words have changed during this time period of 1000 years considerably. Let us take an example of the word, that is Hindustan. The word Hindustan was first time used by Minhaj-e-Siraj, who was a chronicler in Delhi Sultan's time period in the 13th century. Now, in his chronicle, he has mentioned the term Hindustan in a political aspect. That means the area that is from Punjab, Haryana and the areas between the rivers of Ganga and Yamuna, which shows clearly that it is showing the political boundaries. Meaning of the same word has changed after few hundred years of that. Same the word Hindustan was mentioned by Babur in the 16th century, where he has not used the term Hindustan into the political terms, but he has said he has described the fauna, the culture, and the inhabitants of the Indian subcontinent, and used the term Hindustan in that manner. Another one, the famous poet Amir Khusro, who has not used the word completely Hindustan, but in his poem he has written the word Hind, which means the different diversified culture of the Indian. Same way, we have another example, that is the word foreigner. Foreigner, at present we know what do we mean by foreigner. That means who has come outside of India, who is not residing in India. But in the medieval period, the 1000 period that we are talking about, that is from 700 to 1750 AD, it is, that means Pardesi or Ajnabi, which means that who is not a part of a particular society or a culture. A person maybe not living in one village, who has come from the town or the city, may be termed as the foreigner in that particular village. Or a forest dweller who is an Adivasi also can be termed as the foreigner during that time period. Now, from these two words, Hindustan and foreigner, we can understand that the terminology has changed to a great extent. Hindustan, now what we know is the India, that we have different states, but earlier it was used for the different terms. Same way, foreigner meaning has also considerably changed. Now let us talk about that, what history that we are learning. How do the historians, they get the knowledge about all these? They use different sources. So these sources are coins, inscriptions, architecture, and textual records, and many other things, that artifacts that they are using. So in this time period where the scripts were developed, the invention of the paper was done, and there were many kind of the manuscripts that were written on the palm leaves and other things were available, so the textual records become a very important source for the historian. Along with the textual records, the historians were using the other sources also, but textual records, when it is written into it is available into the written form, it gives the proper information, or we can say most relevant information about the time period that the historians want to give the knowledge to the world. Okay, now why the textual records they are using? As there was a dramatic increase in the textual records during the 700 to 1750. The reason was paper was invented, and not only invented, it was also available at a cheaper rate and in a great amount. So the manuscripts or the records like chronicles, the autobiographies, the biographies of the rulers, the preciosities and the poems, and many things were written in the form on the paper. Manuscripts are the most important resource used by the historians to give the detailed information about a time period, about a ruler, about the people of that area. Why? Because it is a written record, and we all believe in what is written. So manuscripts were written, not only one, but there were many copies were made. Now you will wonder that why or how these copies were made. These copies of manuscripts were made by the people, as there were no printing presses available at that time. So people used to copy down the scripts. One original author that has written the book, or the made the records or anything like that they have done. After that, what is done? The people, those who knew how to write, they were appointed, and they were copying the original manuscripts. These people were called as the scribes. Okay. Now, when they have made, so this make the availability of the many copies of the same records. Due to that, the problems were faced by the historians. Now, what kind of problems are faced by the historian? Just take an example that when you have not done your homework and you ask for the copy of your friend, and you are copying down your homework from your friend's notebook, and due to some kind of the problem in the handwriting, you are not able to understand certain words. Now what you will do, you will write as per your own wish, whatever you are able to understand. So this way it may create changes from the original copy that you had taken from your friend. Same way it happened with the manuscripts also. Some people, when they were copying the manuscripts, they were not able to understand the handwriting of the author that has written, and they used their own words that they have understood. Sometimes they also felt that they should add something as per their own wish, so they added something. Sometimes the meaning of the words has changed, what the as we already discussed about the terms in Hindustan. So what is written during that time period, that word may be having a different meaning in this time period also. Sometimes the scribes, they copied wrongly, or they deleted some part of the that. And the most major problem that is faced by the historians while they are referring the manuscripts is that many copies are available of the same book, same record, and they do not know that which is the original one. So what they have to do, they have to refer all the copies and rely on what is the most relevant information, or which is used in most number of the copies, and that they are giving as the information to everyone.